Hi, welcome back. It's another episode of Talk to the Hand, and today we're sitting with the president of SVP, Mike Muller, who's also the director of SVP's next production, Clue, opening on April 20th.
Clue the musical.
Clue the musical, opening April 20th. So Mike, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us about Clue, Clue the musical.
Clue the musical. The board game comes alive. We have 8 actors on stage, 6 playing your suspects right from the board game. Mr. Green, Mrs. White, Professor Plum, Colonel Mustard, all your favorites. We throw in Mr. Body.
Okay.
And we throw in a detective, and we play the board game on stage. And the audience will have a score sheet and a nice golf pencil, and they'll play along with the game.
Now, do they actively participate during the show?
The patrons, the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll be receiving clues all throughout the show, and they have to score it on the score sheet, just like you do at home.
Okay.
When you play the game.
Right. And then how are they going to know if they've done well?
At the end of the game, we'll reveal the answer. The answer is randomly selected at the beginning of every show. 6 suspects, 6 weapons, 6 rooms. An audience member will pull the card that we put in the confidential envelope and put it up there for everyone to see, so we know we didn't change it. And we'll have a random answer, random finale of the show. There's 216 different versions of the script that the cast had to learn.
Wow.
And depending on what random cards are selected at the beginning of the show, that's the version of the show we'll run.
Nice, nice. Now, why did you pick Clue? That was an unusual pick to me to see that you went with Clue the musical.
Well, as you know, we have a play selection committee that worked hard on reviewing shows and reading scripts and negotiating what the lineup would be for 2012. They brought it to the board, and they were really stuck between Leader of the Pack and Clue the musical. The board read the recommendations. There's one show we just wasn't sure about, so we asked them to remove that show and find a replacement. And at that time we said, you know what, why don't we do both? Why don't we do Leader of the Pack and Clue the musical? So this year we're giving our patrons 3 musicals.
And usually SVP does how many in a year?
2. We've done 1, and we've stepped it up to 2, and this year we're actually doing 3.
Nice. Now that leads into my next question, because you've directed 2 other shows besides Clue, correct?
Yeah, I directed Best Christmas Pageant Ever, and then there were none.
Right. Now, what is the main difference in directing a musical versus directing a straight play?
More people to deal with.
Right.
And scheduling rehearsals. You know, we have a wonderful new young musical director, Lauren Fox, so I have to make sure she has time to work with the cast.
Okay.
Genevieve Stanislaw, excuse me. She's our choreographer. She's wonderful. She worked with Joseph last year.
Okay.
And I need to schedule time for her to work with the cast. And then I need time to work with the cast to make sure that the blocking and the lines are working and the overall show is flowing.
So do you work with them while they're doing the choreography and while they're doing the musical
No,
numbers?
actually...
Or is that a separate rehearsal from you?
In the beginning, I let the cast and the musical director run music rehearsals every Monday, every Wednesday. Jen was here working the choreography, and I let them get that stuff first. Because in a musical, you need to learn the songs, you need to learn your dance steps. And then, after that was all put together, then I came in and started putting the whole show together.
Okay, and you open a week from today, so what's been the best part of this for you?
Last night was wonderful. We had a rehearsal, and it was nearly flawless. The cast was great. It looked good, sounded good. The dance steps are there, so it's coming together now. The jigsaw puzzle is finally taking form.
Right.
And that's what's wonderful about it.
Good. Okay. Now, is this show appropriate for all ages?
Yes. We have a little adult type fun, but the children will enjoy it as well as the adults.
Right, because kids enjoy playing along.
If they know the game Clue, they're going to have a great time.
Good. Okay. Now, how many other theaters have you worked with?
About 3 or 4 others.
Yeah, and how do they compare with working with SVP? What are the differences that you see?
Community theaters range. You got some theaters I worked with that didn't have a theater. So, you know, after the show on Sunday, you pack up all the lights and all the stage and all the costumes, and and move it to a barn, and next Friday you leave work early and you move it to a different school to do the show, to other places that have 2 stages or 3 stages, and they have plenty of room, and it's a whole different world. So
right, and we're lucky to have our own.
We're lucky to have our own facility here, and you know, when I hear from the patrons, we do good stuff, and we have good people here, and so it's a nice place to work.
Good, good. Now, what has been your favorite experience as either an actor or a director?
Well, as a director, personal satisfaction is that when I found out I'd be directing Pluto Musical, many actors that worked with me in the past came to me right away and said, hey, when are auditions? I want to audition. So when you have return friends,
right,
it makes you feel that you've been doing something right.
Right. Rather than people scattering to the wind.
Yeah, it's better to have them come to you saying, I want to audition, versus running away from
Rather than Muller!
Exactly.
No, yes, you don't want to have that.
No.
Okay. Now, question for you. What's your day job?
I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant, right. Yeah, I told you. That's what I thought he was. Now, how did you get involved with theater in the first place? Like, how old were you when you did your first show?
It was 2004, so, you know, mid-30s.
Really? You came to it very, very late then.
Yeah, my softball days were numbered. My knees were hurting me. A little bit of a beer belly. And I said, let me try acting, and I think it's a great way to meet people.
You looked in the mirror and said, I see a character actor.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So what got you into it, though? A specific person? A show?
No, just I saw her. I was going through the newspapers and I saw audition notice here for Don't Drink the Water.
Here?
Yep, here.
SVP?
SVP, yeah.
Okay.
I came down, auditioned, and pretty sure after my first night I was not getting a role, but I came back the second night and read again, and I got a role.
Nice. And you've been doing it ever since?
Yeah, more or less, you know.
So this has been how many shows here at SVP for you?
Oh, between directing and on stage, probably close to 20.
Wow.
Since 2004, I think.
Wow, that's a lot. Now, based on what you just said, and for people who might be interested in doing the same thing, how much experience do you need to come be a part of a show at SVP?
You don't need any experience. You just need to come and want to get involved and have fun.
Right, that's it. I mean, the main part is wanting to do it and wanting to have fun and having a good attitude.
There's always people here willing to help you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you asked before about, you know, satisfaction. Eric Riddell came up one day and said, you know what, you need a little bit role for Best Christmas Pageant Ever, which you were in.
Right.
He was one of the firemen, walk-on role, couple ad-lib lines, and now he's hooked. He's loving it. And
exactly.
He's learning from his directors, he's learning from his fellow actors, and he's hopefully he'll be here for a while with us.
Yeah, it's nice to see someone get the bug.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's got the bug.
Okay, last question we need to ask you is, have you ever been on a game show?
Have I been on a game show?
Because Clue is based on a game. Have you ever done a game show?
On a cruise, I played Weakest Link and I actually won.
You did?
Yeah, got lucky.
You did?
Yeah.
Well?
Oh, we're playing a game show.
You're gonna be on another one!
Wonderful, thank you.